Alex from Shanghai office of Intralink company here. Today I would like to give you a small virtual ride into China's largest medical equipment exhibition, CMEF, that just took place in Shanghai. For an obvious reason, many of you watching this video were not able to participate in the exhibition, so I think it makes a lot of sense to give you a short overview of what's hot in China in terms of medical equipment. So to start with, I would like to say that the exhibition was a great success. It attracted more than 100,000 of attendees, visitors, plus more than 4,000 companies exhibited during CMEF. So great exhibition, great vibes during the event. A lot of conferences, more than 30 different conferences took place during the event, and well, overall, I think during COVID-19, this particular show was really greatly organized. So to begin with, I would like to start with overview of my favorite area, IVD. Several points that caught my eye. This year, like never before, we've witnessed a lot of new instrumentation based on microfluidic technology in biochemistry field. About 7 to 8 companies rolled out their small miniature biochemistry analyzers that are used by mostly fever clinics around China due to their very small amount of wastewaters as opposed to standard biochemistry analyzers, which made such instrumentation a perfect candidate for fever clinics, especially around COVID-19 epidemic, when wastewater containing COVID-19 can be a huge challenge for hospitals in terms of its treatment. So COVID-19 created a whole new niche, and we've seen a lot of attention to this instrumentation during CMEF 2020. Microfluidics was a preferred method for other diagnostic solutions, not only biochemistry. As an example, during CMEF we've seen the world's smallest chemiluminescent instrument, also based on microfluidic chip. The instrument size was smaller than a shoebox. This instrument was introduced by a company from Shenzhen named What Mind. The other big trend that was visible during CMEF 2020 was big IVD companies competing in terms of their throughput and level of automation. Such companies as Makura or Snipe presented really huge module-based inline equipment that comprised of various instrumentation all put together. It was really fascinating to see that local companies are actually competing with international in terms of automation. But let's move on to other exhibition halls and see what other medical equipment manufacturers presented at this show. Imaging equipment is arguably one of the most lucrative spaces in diagnostic market, and not surprisingly, 2 out of 8 exhibition halls were taken by the manufacturers from this field. One that brought my attention is named Withonic. This is a manufacturer of ultrasound equipment for anesthesia use. Interestingly, the company found a lot of demand in 2020 from international players who procure their equipment, which is very simple. It only consists of a monitor and transducent probes. So this equipment was procured by fever clinics globally due to its very simple design. Monitor and transducent probes are easy to clean as opposed to computer and keyboard based standard ultrasound equipment. Many local companies presented their portable ultrasound transducers that can be directly connected to your device, whether it is a mobile phone or your PC. So I think it's a trend in China, as many companies have just registered their devices with NMPA in China. AI-enabled imaging technologies were obviously in the center of attention, with such as you see on your screen, where breast screening is performed by a robotic hand. More than a year ago, we have seen first companies receiving NMPA approval in AI-based diagnosis, and today at this exhibition, plenty of companies, about 5 to 6, according to my count. This includes such big as Tencent, but also much smaller ones, presented their solutions for AI-based assistance, diagnosis assistance program software, and also hardware. Complete solutions in this area. It was quite fascinating to see. Then, of course, we have a hierarchical medical reform in China that is designed to provide comprehensive healthcare services anywhere, starting from home to highest level of hospitals, and many companies moved into this area, creating solutions for home, for effective disease monitoring. It's interesting to see how this field is shaping up from nothing in just several years. Speaking about presence of international companies at CMEF, especially mid and small-sized companies, as usual, German pavilion was very active, accommodating about 10 German companies, most of whom presented various miscellaneous medical related consumables. Also, Southeastern Asian pavilions were quite active, presenting personal protection related products during CMEF. So in a nutshell, these are the main takeaways from CMEF 2020. I hope you enjoyed this virtual ride. Obviously, this was a very successful event, and it exceeded expectations in terms of number of visitors. China's economy is back to normal. I cannot express the feeling of joy to be back on the field and seeing everyone working in normal condition. Hopefully the world will follow the suit, and we will see each other in 2021. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.